The verb harpazoin in biblical Greek is one of the richest and most entertaining words in the New Testament. It means to cling. We can use the image of a predator, a ferocious lion, for instance, clamping down on its prey with its powerful jaws and clinging to it against all who would come and attack it and steal away that precious piece of meat. Or another image might be clinging to the edge of a cliff you've just fallen over with your fingernails, and that's all you have, and you're just clinging for dear life to that. The verb harpazoin is used several times in the Bible. Actually, one concordance or list of words says it was used 71 times. There are two that I'd like to focus on. The first is in the Gospel of John. Early in the morning on the first day of the week, the first day of a new creation. In fact, if you read John's Gospel closely, it's based on 7 days. It shows a new creation that God has begun, just like the first creation in the book of Genesis. John's Gospel begins, "In the beginning." That's the beginning of a new creation that's taking place. But early in the morning, on the first day of the week, when the new creation of the resurrection had just begun, Jesus encountered Mary and said to her, "Do not cling to me." The verb is harpazoin. Mary, do not cling to your image of me. Mary, do not cling to your concept. Do not cling to our past relationship. Allow yourself to be surprised, delighted, awestruck by the new things God is accomplishing. The second use of the verb harpazoin I would like to focus on is in the famous hymn called the kenotic hymn, from the word kenosis, or pouring out. That's in Philippians 2, verses 6 to 11. Though he was in the form of God, he did not deem equality with God something to be clung to. Some translations say something to be grasped at. The verb is harpazoin. It means to cling. He did not deem equality with God something to be clung to. Rather, he emptied himself, and that's the noun kenosis, pouring out. He poured himself out, taking human form, becoming a slave. In that, St. Paul says to us, have in yourself the mind of Christ. The mind of Christ is not to cling even to the Godhead, even to divinity, but to be open to God's will, whatever it is. All along, we've been talking about the great Ignatian virtue of detachment. We can also speak of it as indifference. Indifference means all things being equal. I could go this way or that way. I could choose this or that. All things being equal, I do not have a preference. Hence, I will listen for God to show me the way, to show me His loving will, to show me the direction He has that will fulfill my purpose in life, the purpose for which I was created. To cling to something is to hold us back from that. Do you cling to an image of God? Do you cling to an image of yourself? Do you cling to hurts? Do you cling to past memories, broken relationships? Do you cling to dreams and unrealized ambitions? What is it you cling to? Hear the voice of Jesus saying, don't cling to that. Let it go. Let God enter your life with the surprise of what happens next. Sometimes prayer could be said to be the ultimate clickbait. God is working in your life. What happens next will amaze you. And truly it will. God bless you.